So this is point number 3 on how to become the world champion of public speaking, or the secrets to becoming the world champion of public speaking. Point number 3. Normally people say practice makes perfect, or people even say practice, 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 or practice till you fall down. I have a different philosophy. I say perfect practice makes you perfect. Okay? It's not just practice, it's perfect practice. Now, what do I mean by practice versus perfect practice? Now, if in case, let's say, for example, I wanted to improve in terms of reading. Now, let's say I was reading this book and just imagine there are like 1,000 words. Now, as I'm reading, if there was a mistake, if I made a mistake at, let's say, the 50th word, I would go back again right from the top and I would start all over again. I would make sure that I would read this full page of 1,000 words without a single mistake, single error, not even flinching. If in case I made a mistake at the 999th word, I would go back all over again and start it. So imagine if I had to practice 10 times without mistakes, 10 times. I had to make sure that all the 10 times, 10 consecutive times, it would be perfect. So if you really want to push yourself to the limit, if you really, really want to give yourself perfect practice, try doing this. Let's say, for instance, you want to deliver a speech flawlessly, a 7-minute speech flawlessly for 5 times, okay? The first way of practicing is you just go 5 times and you're finished, you're done. That's what normal people would do. What I would do is, I would deliver the speech exactly the way I would do it on the day of performance. So let's say, for example, Usain Bolt. When Usain Bolt has to, let's say, run the 100 meters, on the finals, he has to give a certain level of speed, intensity. It should be his all-out best. So if he has to achieve that level of performance, like break the world record at 9 seconds, 9.92 on whatever his world record is, he has to do that every single day during practice. That means he has to run 9.92 every single day at practice. So he cannot run at, a casual speed, or let me run relaxingly. Let me give 60%, 70%, or 80%. No, he has to give 100%. So every practice has to be exactly the way he would do it on the day of the performance. See, remember this, your muscle or your brain or your character or your personality has a memory. So when you practice perfectly so many times, it becomes unconscious. Whenever I had to give a speech, or I had to, there was a competition I wanted to take part, I would normally give myself 1 year's time to start preparing, 1 year in advance. And when I would prepare, I'm not even joking about this. When I would prepare, I would choose 1 year in advance what shoes I would wear, what socks I would wear, what trousers I would wear, what even undergarments I would wear. You might find this crazy, but even I would ask myself, would my body be shaved or would it have body hair? So if it would be shaved, I would shave my body hair off. I would even know what weight I would be at the day of the competition. So I would dress up perfectly. I'm telling you, even during practice, I would dress up perfectly, exactly the way I would dress up on the day of the competition. So everything would be perfect. In fact, I would even simulate the exact venue. Let's say, for example, obviously I wouldn't have a big house or a big stage. So what I'd do is I would kind of mark the area which I would speak. If I knew beforehand the lights would be shiny, I would bring other lights in the house to make it as bright as it would be. So I would make it perfectly. In fact, I even practiced, I'm not even joking, I even practiced the number of steps I would walk from the place of being introduced to the MC. I'd practice shaking his hand. Do you know that I would even practice shaking the person's hand for maybe 45 minutes? I would take videos of me shaking hand. I would ask someone to shake my hand and I would keep practicing which shake hand is good. This way, this way, this way. So I was so crazy, like the previous point that I said, I was so obsessed about all these details. So you need to practice with that level of perfection if you want to achieve success. Whenever I would practice, I would know exactly how many steps I would take. I would know exactly at what step I would turn. I would know at how many degrees I needed to take. I knew at what level my hand had to move. I knew where I had to look up or down. So everything was perfectly practiced. And I would do exactly the same thing, what I did in practice, on the day of execution. So the point that you need to keep in mind is, if you want to be the world champion of public speaking, you need to have perfect practice every single day. So like I was telling you, if you want to practice 5 times, first is it should be perfect practice. And if I give myself 5 times and I would deliver the speech once, I deliver the speech second time, third time, fourth time, if I make a mistake, it's not that I would continue from number 4. I would go back to number 1. Again, I do perfect here, perfect here. If I make a mistake, go back again. So once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. If I made a mistake here, again, go back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all 5 should be perfect. And I would keep increasing the intensity of making it like more and more difficult. Let's say I practice 10 times. So all 10 times should be perfect. When you keep doing this over and over again, you tend to become the best at what you do. So point number 3, or secret number 3 in terms of becoming the world champion of public speaking, is make sure every practice session is perfect. It should be perfect practice every single time. And only then you will become the world champion of public speaking. So this is point number 3. This is Machedo. I hope you enjoyed my video session. If you have any questions, please send it to me at loy@loymachedo.com. Do share and like this video. And remember, if you'd like to donate to my channel, that is through PayPal, loy@loymachedo.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.